customer states the hot water tap is dripping. What are you gonna do? Are we gonna replace this whole faucet? Are we gonna subject ourselves to that? No. Today I'm gonna teach you how to take one of these faucets apart and actually fix it. Watch this. Forgive me if you can't see too well, but the first thing you'll do is there's a little tap here, a valve, that you'll close that water supply with. Now we notice it is not dripping. So we know that that tap, the hot one in this case, is the one that is dripping. So we're going to take this thing apart. We're going to get right inside it. I'm going to show you guys what's inside your faucet and how to fix it if it starts doing this. Depending on your brand of faucet, you're going to need a couple of tools, a screwdriver, a wrench, and probably a pair of pliers. What bit you're going to need in the screwdriver is going to determine what you need. A lot of times what's going to happen here is I have to take this knob off. So as you can see, it's open, no water, it's off. There's a little hole right there. So there's a set screw that holds this knob on. These are usually like a hex bit, which is not something the normal homeowner has, but okay, so there we go. Knob's off. This is just a useless part, it's just a handle. And this is the fun part right here. All right, I'm gonna admit that I cheated a little bit. I actually, that was already loosened up for me, so this wasn't like a big thing. I didn't want to break it in the video. All right, so this thing is what holds this. This is the valve core, they'll call this. There's a plastic thing inside this metal pipe-ish thing, sheathing, whatever you want to call it. So what we have to do is pop this valve core out. There are a couple ways you can do this. Let's try. One of the easier ways is to just grab it by this tongue here with a pair of pliers and just sort of wrench it out. It's not going to, like I said, it's not going to want to come easy. Plus I'm trying to hold a GoPro while I do this. All right, so I just loosened it up and okay, it pops out. All right, this is what's in there. Now, okay, see the sort of rusty hole here? All right, so when you turn the valve, look, see now there's a hole in it? All right, so the water comes through the tap from your water supply up that hole right there. And when the knob is turned a certain direction, it opens that hole right there and lets it go into the faucet and out. Technically, this is called a ball valve, but it's built inside of this little cartridge. So you take this little cartridge, if indeed your sink has this. If you have an older sink, it probably doesn't. And you take that little cartridge and you go to the hardware store and you find the same one. In this case, I got one. And so what I'm going to do, out the package. This one is new. I can tell this one is look at the difference here. All right, so that's probably why. Coupled with the hard hot water, the little seals inside the O-rings are probably just shot. This one's also coated in some kind of waterproof grease or something. So I'm going to mount this with that open hole toward the faucet. Okay, so just gonna push it in there like so. And press down. Actually needs a little more oomph. There we go. Seated, okay? Dig it? Before I get tampering with it and tying it down and tightening it all up and stuff, I want to make sure I got the knob set correctly. This will matter. I guess I don't. Let's see. See, I'm not one of these cheaters. I'm going to show you guys when I don't do it right, too. Alright, so it boils down to the shape of this post here. So I'm pretty sure I want it right there. Yep, okay, off, on. Perfect, okay, we got that. So, let's put her back together. This, again, collar is going to hold this on. Under pressure, this would blow off without this piece. Get her on there. Hand tight is for chumps. If you want to make sure that that thing's seated, you're going to want to put it in a little tight. Alright, so grab hold of it with our pump pliers here. Not trying to go crazy, and you don't want to squeeze this too hard or it'll turn into an oval. But just until you feel like, alright, that's enough, it won't go no further. But we want to make sure this valve is seated. If it's not sitting right, it's going to leak. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, she's stiffened up on me. Alright, that's all she's getting. Let's stick this knob on here for posterity's sake. Okay, it's off. Now, let's flip on our supply line and see what it does. Okay, it's on. And I don't see or hear any flow. All right, let's turn it on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's really all you got to do. Again, sometimes you should call a professional, especially if you don't know or you don't have the tools or you really just don't want to be bothered doing it yourself. But honestly, besides the trip I had to make to go to the store to get the part, that was take the handle off, pop the thing out. I tried, and originally before I bought a new one, I tried cleaning the old one to see if like that would, you know, do the trick. Maybe there was just some good crud in there messing up the seal. Was not the case, so that had to go to the store, get a new piece, but it was literally pop that out, pop the new one in, put it back together, and we're rock and roll. Honestly, if I had had that part in my toolbox, this job would have took a half hour. With basic tools. What did I just do? I had two pairs of pliers and a screwdriver. All right, so till next time, you guys, you learn something every day. Thanks for watching.